Hi, my name is Allie. This is my first floss tube, and it feels super weird to say that, but it's time. I've been watching Flosstube for maybe a year and a half. I've been stitching for probably 2 years. I've always been super crafty, but this is the first one that's stuck. I used to be super into knitting, but gosh, I think I finished 2 or 3 things in my years of knitting because I was just such a perfectionist about it. I would get almost all the way done and then I would just literally yank it all out. Nope, not absolutely perfect, so it's gotta go. Roll it back up into a ball, start over. A little harder to do that with cross stitch, and I think I'm more forgiving with this craft. I've learned the adage that if I wanted it to be absolutely perfect, I'd buy it after a machine made it. But I'm really loving cross stitch, and I just want to share my work with you guys. So, oh, maybe I'll start off with a little tiny bit more about myself. I'm a nursing student. I also work part-time at a hospital as like a nursing aide, patient care tech, same difference. So I'm super busy. Hey, why not add Flosstube on top of it? Let's see. Oh, even though I've been stitching for like 2 years, I don't really have much in the way of finishes to show you guys, but I've got 2 good ones right here. I've got 2 other finishes that I just did as little gifts for people, and I wasn't thinking ahead enough to take pictures of them, so maybe next time I visit those people I'll take pictures or take you guys along. This I finished at the beginning of the year. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to show my stuff. I've seen some of the pros hold it up. This is my whiteboard that I use for online nursing school. What a crazy time. Anyway, this is a little Mill Hill ornament kit. It's one of the Snow Globe series. And at the bottom, that shell is a little treasure. And it's got plenty of beads on it too. I think this took me like 8 days because I was just loving it. Not loving it enough to finish it though, as in fully finish it. So I don't know, it's out. Maybe I'll do that tonight. No, I'm not. Another finished object that is not an FFO is this big beauty. This is, the kit was just called, I think, Red Peony, maybe? And yeah, it's just been ironed and on a hanger. I think it's just 14 count on Ada. That was hardly too much of a zoom in. All kit floss, 2/1, 14 count, blah, blah, blah. This was a stamped kit, and this was the first cross stitch project that I did. And man, even when I first started cross stitching, you know, my plan was do this stamped kit. I didn't know the term monogamous stitcher back then, but that's what I planned to be with this. But you know what? As soon as I got the hang of just making all my X's go in the right direction, I was like, no, I need to start a bunch more things. So I'm proud of this, but you wouldn't know it because it's just been hanging in my closet for like, oh gosh, I don't think it's been a year yet since I finished it. No way. At least 8 months though. I said I was gonna make this into like a bag, and I was like, oh, project bag, hello. it could still happen. It could still happen. My mom's really good with a sewing machine. She could help me. I have a sewing machine. I could help me, but just gotta do it. Okay. I'm gonna try not to be too hard on myself about how many WIPs I have because it's just fun and it's my hobby. So this first, just to preface you guys, most of these are kits. I love kits. I love dimensions. Oh, I think kits are so neat, especially when they use like different numbers of threads. If they throw in like half stitches, cording, French knots. I'm in the minority. I love French knots. I think they're fun. They are trying, and you have to be in the right mood to tackle them, but I like them. Anyway, this is a kit from Artiste, my first WIP. It's gonna say Count the Happies, and this is my one that's closest to a finish. It's pretty small. It's 14 count Aida, 2/1, some 1/1 to help with the shading. Let's see. Yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna do what I keep hearing everybody talk about, their 25/7 projects. And I think I said I was gonna start doing that like 2 weeks ago. This would have been done, you know? I just need to get it done. That's what I'm gonna say about all of these projects. I just need to pick it up and get it done. But yeah, this is for my precious little niece who's about to be born. I think this will look good in her room when she arrives. My sister-in-law does not know that that is coming, so I'm excited to give that to her. Okay, next up, some more Christmas ornaments. This is a Dimensions kit on plastic canvas. I think it's 14 count. I really like these, and they should be easier to finish because you pretty much have to just like cut them out. I'll probably still put something on the back of them, yada yada yada. So I finished one of these guys. Whoops! One of these guys is done, and it says Cozy Christmas, and it's just adorable. And okay, I said I like French knots. Most of the snow here is French knots. If you are looking for a difficult time that will test your patience, that will bring out some cuss words, and that will make you just put this down so quickly. Sorry, that was louder than I intended. Needle minder. Anyway, if you're looking for some frustration, do French knots on plastic canvas. Oh my goodness. Those were testing. And I've got some more over here, and I got dink, dink, 2 more. But hey, what did I say 2 seconds ago? I love French knots. They're so good, and the effect they give is worth the pain. I don't know. This one's gonna be cute too, a little snowman. And it's gonna say like holiday greetings or something. Super cute. I like the idea of smalls, but I just don't do many of them. And you know, I'm like calling these smalls, but they're still full coverage, you know, with blends, backstitch, and French knots. Like, I am just a glutton for punishment when it comes to hobbies. I love fiddly little projects. Up next, we all know it, we all love it, Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. This is one of the few that you're gonna see that is not a kit. I got this for Christmas, and I was so excited to open it up. Thank you, Mom. This one is so beautiful. I was really surprised. I didn't think it was gonna be so big. Okay, this is 18 count Aida, and it is still huge. I thought it was gonna be tiny. Okay. This is all I've got so far. So I switched out. It's supposed to be, oh gosh, either the cross stitch will be in frame or me, not both. Not with this big girl. The project, not me. I switched out. It's supposed to be black, well, this variegated black gray all around for the border and the chains that go through the middle. But I didn't get enough of that variegated floss, oopsie doopsies. So I thought, why not switch it out for some fun DMC variegated floss? Check it out. That's a fun effect. Anyway, this is 18 count opalescent Zweigart. Gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know the color. I'm sorry. If anybody asks, I'll find out, okay? But I don't know it off the dome. It's so pretty. It is a nightmare to work on though. But what can I say? Glutton for punishment. It's so pretty. Okay, next up, I've been working on this one a lot the past 2 days. Well, okay, pause in the WIP Parade. The reason I'm finally starting a Flosstube is, I promise this will connect. Like I said, I'm in nursing school. I made this introduction video for one of my professors, as in me introducing myself to her, because of COVID, our classes are still, well, our lecture classes are still online, and we just go to the hospital for clinicals. Hopefully, we're supposed to go back to in-person for lecture in the fall, but just not yet. Anyway, I made an introduction video, just like, hi professor, my name is Allie. And she said, you can make it whatever you want. Why not introduce yourself? And I thought, why don't I show her some cross stitch? So I pulled all of these that I'm gonna show you, minus a few. I mean, I'm not gonna show her something that's got just a couple stitches in it. I just showed her the real heavy hitters, the big winners, the stuff that you can actually see taking shape. Anyway, I showed her those in my little 2-minute video. I was literally just, here's this, doesn't it look nice? Okay, here's the next one, doesn't it look nice? Anyway, this is one that I pulled out and was like, this is stunning. I need to work on it. And I just, I'm so glad I pulled it out. It's been so much fun. Okay, I've built it up enough. Here she is, Winter Queen by Shannon Christine Designs, also known as Shannon Wassiliff. She goes by both. This is like her computer rendering. Okay, stunning. When you see it in person with the beads, ooh, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna be a pro and break out my little whiteboard to hold this up. Oh, okay. Here she is. Ooh. This was another one of the, believe it or not, very first ones I started. You know, once I got onto Flosstube, oh goodness, I should have brought a clip. Maybe I'll grab one off my fridge. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Anyway, this is 28 count light blue even weave artiste brand, and oh yes, I got on Flosstube. I saw all of you professionals out there working on mirabilias. I will get there. And I heard people talking about 1/1 skin, and I thought, oh yeah, something even fiddlier. So you will notice, while she is mostly 2/2, making it equivalent to 14 count, as is called for, her skin is 1/1. And the little leaves that are in her hair and that will be down here, but that I haven't backstitched yet. Anyway, and I really got into, I was like, okay, what's the part I'm not looking forward to? And that's what I've been working on these past 2 days. So, okay, I got into the beading here, up here, so beautiful. This was all already done, but I did this and all that. I worked on this 1/1 skin. Now that I've been working on like smaller counts, because when I started this, I had only done that big flower that was stamped, so I didn't have to count anything. And on it might even be 11 count, like it's big. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, I can do 28 count 1/1. Okay, well, you know what? Go big or go home. Anyway, and then I've also been working on all of this snow over here. Oh, I'm blowing it out. All this snow down here, and it goes all the way up and around. But gosh, even these parts that I've been like dreading, they've been nice to work on. So that one I'm very proud of. Okay, next up, my one true love, Dimensions Gold Collection. Love them. I cut this out kind of willy-nilly, probably so it would fit into a bag. And I don't mean a nice project bag, I mean a Ziploc. Yeah, a big one. Anyway, we've all seen her online. This is Aurora Cabin, and you know, ton of French knots. French knots with 4 strands, French knots with 2 strands. French knots all over the place. I can't wait to get to them. Okay, this one, gosh, I just haven't worked on it in a while, but I remember when I started this, I still thought that you had to start in the middle, and you absolutely had to, or else it was, just chaos and it wasn't going to line up. But I am glad I started in the middle because I got the whole cabin done. And then I counted all the way up, and then I worked all the way across, and then all the way across, and I jumped down, and that's how I stitch now. I just go where I want to go. There are no rules. You can start in the middle, you can start in the bottom left. Now I'm usually a top left starter because that just makes sense to me, and with the way that I make my X's, that is the easiest way to not get all lost and tangled up. As you can see, I have not worked on the French knots yet. Saving those suckers for last. This one has some of that lovely blending filament. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know. If not, I'll make sure that I get the lighting right so that you guys can see it the next time I show it. Okay? What more can I say about this other than it's beautiful? Oh yeah, okay, I got one more thing to say. This one is a little bit hard for me to work on because, again, like my skills have gotten better since I started it about a year ago, and I don't know if you guys can see, I don't know if you guys care, but I do now. I didn't care then when I was doing it, but you can see just the tension's a little questionable, and it's kind of like pulling, it's, the corner is kind of warped, which I now know can all be fixed with like stretching it and with making my stitches neater and in a more uniform way, which I can do now, but I didn't know how to do then. But you know what? I'm trying to, like I said earlier, This is not knitting. I'm not gonna rip it all out when I'm almost done. I can look at it and remember, oh my gosh, I started this when I was so new to cross stitching. Like, I tackled this big, huge thing right after I learned how to make X's, basically. Ambitious, very ambitious. This is why I've been stitching for 2 years, but don't really have any finishes. What can I say? I'm an Aries. Love to start things, do not love to finish them. But I've been a good girl this year. I really haven't started anything. No, even my little tiny snow globe ornament. I started it like right after I opened it up and got it for Christmas, and I finished it around January 6th, right in time for next Christmas. Anyway, I've been good. I really have been just working on the things I've already started. Not really had any finishes, and it's halfway through the year, but I've been making good progress. I've had some page finishes. Okay, get off my back. Me. Okay, next up, I don't know, they're all my favorites, but this one might be my favorite of the favorites. Yes, Fall Fairy by Dimensions. Oh, so beautiful. I love this series. I think it's by Ruth Sanderson. Some of her artwork is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs as well. Absolutely stunning. Love her art. This one, you guys will probably be surprised to see how much I've gotten. Looking pretty good. So I've got 1 page finished out of 4. You know, the 4 quadrants. Ding, ding, ding. Pretty much where my fold of my fabric is. But as you can see, there's full crosses. There's half crosses. There are blended threads, backstitch of several different colors. So many tiny details. I need to go in and backstitch like her mouth so she looks a little prettier. But gosh, I can't wait to work some more on her dress. She's so beautiful. And the tree, like, gosh, every leaf I stitch, I'm just, oh my God, it's so beautiful. This project is so rewarding. Every thread that I put in, I'm just literally, it's taking my breath away. And I just love fall. Love fall. Love fall. I could stitch fall all year long. It just became summer, and I'm like, Halloween's almost here. Oh boy. That is just, I'm basic like that. Next up, this is the second project I ever started, for sure. I started on the flower, the red peony that I held up and was enormous. And then I got maybe 1,000 stitches into that flower, and I was like, I can tackle a big full coverage. Oh, okay. Stop touching your hair so much, eh? Okay. Anyway, this is Starry Night. Ooh, oh gosh, I haven't been seeing the fabrics. Oh well. This is 14 count white Aida, and you'll see I drew some grid lines in. It's that water-soluble blue pin that everybody has. And, this has a lot done. I need to get this sucker back out and finish it. Well, that's what WIP parades will do to ya. Just look at every piece and go, why isn't that done? I want that on my walls. Beautiful. Oh, okay. I want to show you the back of this one. I'm not, super methodical with my stitching. I carry my threads. I try not to go more than an inch, but if it's gonna be stitched over or if I can weave it under, I'll carry 4 inches. Who cares? Who cares? Some of you might be screaming. I know why I should care, you know, for framing and stretching, but if I don't finish anything, none of that matters. Anyway, I think the back, it just looks so interesting. Not so much where all the black is, because I actually stitched that really neatly, but like this looks like an impressionist painting. Oh yeah, look at me carrying. Uh-huh, uh-huh. It'll get stitched over. Sometimes if I find the really long ones like that, I'll go back and snip them and tuck both ends in, if that makes you guys feel any better. Sorry, I'm being like so defensive. I'm defensive against myself. I know none of you guys are saying anything like mean. It's me who's thinking like, oh my gosh, why are you carrying so far? Oh my gosh, why don't you have anything done? Whew, okay, this one, when it is done, will be my magnum opus. This thing is huge. It is going to be a tapestry hanging on my wall, and it's kind of that style. So this is a long dog sampler, Templar Prophecy, and this one is extra special to me because my married name is Night. Yes, that kind of Night, with a K at the front. This one has knights on it, and I started it right after I got married last fall, and I just envisioned this being like an heirloom piece that my grandkids are like, oh, Grandma Allie stitched this right after she married Grandpa, and it is just huge and beautiful. This is, I won't even pretend that I know which DMC color this is. It's 3847 maybe. It's that really pretty greeny blue teal, and there's a lot of fiddly little back stitch up in the top. So I've done the first row of pages. Wow, did I finish the second row too? No, just the first row. And right now I'm working on that first night. There's like a griffin and another creepy little guy on the moon and this dragon with a bunch of black work on it. It's just, wow. This is like, this, I'm speechless. I love this piece. This is my big focus for the year. This, I will have this done this year because there are 15 pages. I finished 3 pages between November and December of last year. Okay, I mean, they're not full coverage pages, so that was doable. And then there were 12 pages left. So I said just do 1 page each month. And so far I've been sticking to it, you know. I think I didn't do my page in April, so I did 2 pages last month. No big deal, no big deal. Maybe when I get close to the end, I'll just go wild on it and finish like the last 3 pages, boom, boom, boom. But I don't care what I have to do. I am getting this sucker done this year. Okay. Ooh. I brought out some other stuff that I was like, maybe I'll show them, maybe I won't. They're just like, you know, they're the starts we all have that are like, okay, I put in 200 stitches and then never touched it again, you know, or just, I don't know, just not very impressive starts. Things that I have not touched this year. Okay, I've been busy making big progress on all of those that I already showed you. Okay, I'll show one more, fine. This, I'm gonna restart it, but what the heck, I'll show you before I tear it all out. All right, huge piece of fabric, which I'm gonna just, I will be tearing this out and using this fabric, okay? Oh, what, you don't recognize it? It's Pandemic by Long Dog, come on. And it is that same beautiful variegated DMC floss from my Pumpkin Quaker. Love this floss. It's very autumnal. The variegation is beautiful. I love it. But this is 22 count and the coverage is fine. Like, it's fine. Looks good on camera. It looks good from far away. But I'm just not satisfied when I'm stitching it. I think 18 count is my fave. 18 count, 2 strands. I love thick coverage. 22 count with 1 strand. I barely like 25 count with 1 strand. Okay, that reminds me. I'm going to show you this one too, and then that really is it, okay? This start, it's not going to look like much, and it's messy, but speaking of 25 count, okay, this, oh gosh, why did I say I'm going to show this? It's so messy, but anyway, this is 1.5 pages of Contessa with Squid. And there's a bobbin just hanging right off there with my parked threads. Yeah, I've got to start on some tentacles. I've got a needle minder, and gosh, this is my, okay, my process for this one, if you guys want a tip from a pro, not, yeah, I just went wherever I want. Like, yeah, there's some of the shadows around her face. Yeah, here's some of the bottom left corner border. Yeah, here's where I miscounted and started in the bottom right originally with this much fabric left on the end. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm leaving it. And that's just whatever stitches it's supposed to be, whatever, because it's just background anyway. I tried unpicking 1/1 on 25 count. It's not budging. No, that corner is here to stay. Anyway, that is just to show you that I don't have a process. I'm trying, well, now I do for this one, but I just stitched on wherever I wanted to go in that project. And then I realized I'm never gonna get it done if I only stitch on the interesting parts like her face. And then I really figured out the way parking is gonna work for me, which is, I show you and I've already gone all over the place here because I wanted to work on the tentacles as soon as I started it. So I counted over to the tentacles. But you know what? If we stitch like that, all the background never gets done, okay? And it's a WIP forever. And this is too big of a piece to just have this sitting around. Anyway, so I've been parking 10 by 10, dink, 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 all the way horizontally. And I mean, that got me 1, 2, and not that long, just like a couple of weeks. And there's a lot of background, so I kind of just need to do it that way. I'm not going to set any wild, outrageous goals for that one. But that's the one that my mom really wants me to work on because she got me that for Christmas. Oh my gosh. Not this past Christmas. The Christmas before. And I have that much to show for it. And she got me the material pack. Whoops, I need to get going. Anyway, that was Contessa with Squid, artwork by Omar Ryan, charted by Michelle Sayeda from Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is absolutely enormous. I think it's 365,000 stitches. Maybe I'll focus on her next year. Oops, I hope I didn't say too much. Oh well. It's hard to end things like this, especially since this is my first one, so I don't have a catchy little saying yet. But I did bring one last thing to show you guys, something super cute. This is my favorite badge reel that I got during PCT week at work. It's intestines, and it's so cute. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I think my next video might be a kit parade because, like I said, I love kits, especially Dimensions Gold. Oh, guys, I have a lot of them. I have a lot. I don't want to brag. This is not bragging because this is... It's ridiculous that I have this much, especially considering I need to finish those. But I have several Thomas Kincaid MCG textiles. But I am not starting those until I get some finishes, okay? Maybe I'll show you guys those next. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Who knows when? I'm not going to make any promises. Bye.